is missing.
I'm not gonna sell Mulder out. I know what I saw.
And whoever finds him...
He's gotta be here somewhere.
They're not gonna find Mulder this way. You know that, and I know that.
...will decide his fate.
How far would Mulder go?
How far would he go for what?
The truth.
The race is on.
I put you in charge, now do the damn job.
We will find him.
The X-Files season premiere. Tomorrow at 9, 8 Central on...
We never dreamed that breast cancer would come back.
Diagnosed a second time with breast cancer, Dorothy Saunders found help at West Virginia University's Cancer Center.
My oncologist here keeps saying, Dorothy, you've beat the odds.
With funding help from Senator Robert Byrd, WVU's Cancer Center is earning national attention.
Senator Byrd realizes the importance of funding for research. If we don't have that, we're losing people's lives.
Robert Byrd for West Virginia.
Differences. Despite all the noise, it's what elections come down to. On Medicare covering prescription drugs for all seniors, Jim Humphreys says yes. Shelley Moore Capito says no. She says seniors should buy insurance. And Capito would take money from public schools and spend it on private school vouchers. Jim Humphreys is against taking money from public schools. Real differences. It's why West Virginia teachers support Jim Humphreys.
Open your eyes, Putnam County. Frank Gritt's legal opinion recently cost taxpayers over $300,000. This means no new ambulance for Buffalo, no new deputies, no additional funds for seniors. Don't forget the court struck down his nepotism policy. Don't forget the money being spent to challenge the hurricane annexation. Don't forget the other deputy sheriff lawsuits. Can Putnam County afford Frank Gritt to be their judge? On November 7th, tell Mr. Gritt no. Vote Eagleowski for Putnam County Circuit Judge. Justice, not politics.
It's 10 o'clock. Time for news. First on Fox 11.
It's the end of an era in Morgantown as Don Nealon announces he'll relinquish the reins of the Mountaineer football program. Details next. Also, West Virginia is a major battleground for presidential hopefuls. The countdown to the 2000 vote heats up. We'll take you on the campaign trail. Plus, the sounds of the symphony fill the air in the capital city tonight. We've got the best seats in the house, and so do you. These stories and much more are first on Fox.
Now, from Fox 11, this is the region's only 10 o'clock newscast. The Fox 11 News at 10.
Vice President Al Gore makes another campaign stop in the Mountain State. Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Baker.
And I'm Martin Staunton. Welcome to Fox 11 News at 10. Politics in a moment, but first, big news out of Morgantown. Huge news. Mark Martin's in right now. Following today's game, Don Nealon, head coach of the Mountaineers, decides that he's going to call it a season at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's right, Martin. Earlier today in Morgantown, Mountaineer head football coach Don Nealon went after his 200th career victory. His team lost in the final seconds to Syracuse 31-27, and after the game, Coach Nealon announced he only has a few games remaining to achieve the milestone.
Talked to Eddie about 2 weeks ago, and told him that I was going to retire at the end of this year. And he felt he needed a couple weeks because we've got about 10 kids signed, and we only need about 4 or 5 more. We want to keep that recruiting class intact. And he wants to move on this thing just as soon as this season is over, whenever it's over. And so they thought it would be best if I made it public now.
21 seasons as the Mountaineers head coach. His 1988 and 1993 teams finished undefeated and contended for the illustrious national title. Much more will be coming in the days ahead about this somewhat stunning announcement.
Definitely, and you could see that the coach was emotional much more, Mark.
He's had a great career.
Yeah, he sure has.
Well, this has definitely been the water cooler talk of the day, and we want to know what you think. How do you feel about Nealon's announcement that he'll be leaving WVU at the end of the season? Email your responses to news@wchstv.com. We will read some of your responses at the end of the newscast. And later in the week, we're also going to have a look back to Don Nealon's career over on our sister station, WCHS.
News of Coach Nealon's retirement is spreading very fast among sports fans all over the Mountain State and across the country. And here's what many are saying in our area tonight.
He's had a long haul with it, so I guess it's probably time to hang it up.
I was surprised he announced it today. I hadn't heard anything about it. So it'd be sad to see him go. He's been with WVAH for such a long time, but I'm also excited for getting a new coach. I think it'll be good for the school.
It's not too bad for some of the WVU fans because they want him gone anyways. So it's not that bad.
You heard some grown-ups saying that, huh?
Yeah.
Don Nealon has done a lot of great things for West Virginia University, and I love him. I hate to see him going away, but, every good thing has to come to an end, but Don Nealon has put us on the map.
Die-hard fans at home aren't the only ones talking about Nealon's retirement. Politicians are talking about it, too.
I feel very badly about it. He's somebody I'm going to try and call tomorrow. I have known about this for some months. And
you keep a good secret.
Yeah, you have to on something like that. That's very personal.
And I'm going to miss him. He's done tremendous things with the football program and has done wonderful things for the spirit of West Virginia.
I think we're all surprised, but he's had a good run for 21 years. I hope he gets number 200 this year.
Well, I think he's had a good run, and I think it's probably his time. We all have times. We have peaks and valleys, and I think losing that game today, I think when I heard his voice, it was a little choked up. Of course, he'd already made the decision, but he has those peaks and valleys, and I think he's probably on the down slope.
He's done a great job for us, but, I guess as we move through life, there is a time when maybe it's best for all parties concerned to do such a thing. But
Well, many politicians make one last push for votes in the Mountain State. Vice President Al Gore holds a rally at the Tri-State Airport. Dee Delancey covers the Democrat nominee's whirlwind visit.
With the fate of his political future hanging in the balance, the vice president pushes hard for a Democratic victory in the Mountain State.
And the message I'm hearing from you is, on Tuesday, we're going to win West Virginia. We're going to win the White House.
Gore says he can bring economic growth to West Virginia.
I will be a president for the working people.
If the local Democratic Party needed a boost, they got it by the second visit from the vice president.
With all sides, and I believe that we will work together.
Along with a little help from West Virginia's best-known Democrat.
That I am for Al Gore, 100%. Lock, stock, and barrel.
These supporters withstood cool temperatures and light drizzle while listening to Cross Lane's native Kathy Mattea perform, along with words of hope from statewide candidates.
To be my voice, to be Al Gore's voice, to be the voice of the candidates that'll turn this state around.
For these Democrats, though, the main attraction was the man they want as the next president.
You reach down and pick up the newspaper and it says, Gore Lieberman win, West Virginia win, let's do it, thank you.
Gore says it may be a long election night, but will be a great morning after, celebrating his own victory and a victory for West Virginia. In Wayne County, Dee Delancey, Fox 11 News at 10.
And of course, Democrats at the airport rally are strongly behind Al Gore.
But many hope Gore's renewed interest in the Mountain State will convince others in a very, very close race. Bob Aaron has more on the presidential campaign.
Kathy Mattea was just the warm-up act for Vice President Al Gore on his second campaign trip this year to West Virginia. Hundreds lined up to see the vice president, but even the first in line was worried he was in for a tough race here in West Virginia.
And I'm worried. I'm very worried. So I'm here to show my support.
But others waiting through the entertainment, the rain, and the speeches of other key politicians were more upbeat about his fate in West Virginia and the nation.
Absolutely. I was at the Clinton rally when he was here, and we carried him. Gore's going into the White House.
It does surprise me that a lot of Democrats are setting back,
But I think once the Democrats understand the real issues that's involved in this particular race, they're going to come out to the polls on Tuesday, and the Democrats are going to elect Al Gore. West Virginia is going to go for Al Gore. We're going to elect Bob Wise governor, and we're going to elect Jim Humphreys as the 2nd congressional district member.
It could be close here. Are you surprised as a Democrat in West Virginia it's going to be so close?
Yes, I am. But I'm hoping everybody gets out there and they vote Al Gore.
Senator Bob Byrd describes the recent influx of national candidates into West Virginia as like suitors for the hand of the daughter of a dying billionaire. He hopes this last date will win the prize for Al Gore. It's almost certain that the personal appearances of key top Democrats and Republicans in the waning days of this election will be a factor. In Huntington, Bob Aaron, Fox 11 News at 10.
Thanks, Bob. This was Gore's second campaign stop in the Mountain State. Late in the race, he was in Charleston for a rally at the Capitol October the 27th. Meanwhile, the Republicans are continuing their weekend sweep of the Mountain State. Today, Arizona Senator John McCain and Virginia Congressman Tom Davis stumping for Shelley Moore Capito.
Capito is running for the 2nd District congressional seat. As Fox 11's Kimberly Beery reports, this race is key for Congress on both sides of the aisle.
In the final days of the 2000 election, political heavyweights roll into town once again for Republican Shelley Moore Capito.
We look forward to a big win here on Tuesday. We're going to send her to Congress on Tuesday, and we look forward to seeing you in January.
Nationally recognized Congressman Tom Davis of Virginia and Arizona Senator John McCain want Mountain State voters to deliver a message.
We've got to send a message. House and Senate seats and public office are not for sale in the United States of America.
Capito's opponent, Democrat Jim Humphreys, is one of the country's biggest spenders this election year.
The eyes of America and the eyes of the world on election night will be on this race.
The Capito-Humphreys race has grabbed national attention because, as John McCain has said, this is one of the 15 races that will determine which party is the majority in Congress.
I can tell going out that people are being drawn into the race. They're listening. They want a change in our delegation, and they think I could be the person to represent that change.
Thanks for coming.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. According to the latest Daily Mail newspaper poll, Capito is edging out Humphreys for the congressional seat.
I treasure that autograph because I think they're going to, Shelley's going to win, and George W. Bush is going to win, and it'll be a good memento to have.
A memento that will become very valuable if West Virginians cast their votes the way the Republicans want them to. In South Charleston, Kimberly Beery, Fox 11 News at 10.
When asked about Governor Bush's DUI record, Senator McCain says he thought the governor responded quickly, and he understands why Bush did not want his children to know of the incident. McCain also says he doesn't believe it will hurt Bush's campaign.
Jim Humphreys, the Democratic challenger for the 2nd District congressional seat, is one of many to turn out for a rally in Charleston. He says his opponents are using the issue of spending to avoid issues. Humphreys says Shelley Moore Capito's latest effort about his position on the Second Amendment rights is wrong.
And a sportsman. Jim Humphreys has an A rating with the NRA. Jim Humphreys has been endorsed over and over by the NRA in his legislative races. And Jim Humphreys is a staunch defender of the Second Amendment and the right of law-abiding West Virginians to own firearms, period.
Voters get the final say in this race at the polls on Tuesday. Laura?
Well, a hot topic in this year's election is veterans' health care, and one local community honors those who have served in the military.
Ladies and gentlemen, this memorial dedicated this day, November the 4th, 2000, to honor the ones from Simmons Creek that helped make our freedom possible. For this, we are eternally grateful.
The United Christian Church of Simmons Creek unveils a $2,000 monument dedicated to vets. The 3-mile-wide community sent 77 of their own to 5 different wars. One was killed in the line of duty and another was a prisoner of war. The monument was paid for by donations from private individuals and the Kanawha County Commission. If you thought the Civil War was a thing of the past, think again. Thunder in the Village, the 11th annual Guyandotte Civil War celebration, recalls an important milestone in local history. One of the main attractions are the reenactments of the Battle of Guyandotte, which happened earlier today. But if you missed it, don't worry, there is another reenactment tomorrow. Also, there are horse and buggy rides, crafts, and even a period wedding. Admission is free, and most events take place in the 200 block of Main Street.
I went to that last year. It was pretty cool.
It's very historic.
It's very historic.
And good weather for it. Not too bad. A little bit of light showers this afternoon, but nothing to spoil your day.
That's right. We did see some light rainfall, hoping for more than we saw. Unfortunately, most locations just picked up a trace. Right now, the cloud cover is beginning to decrease out there. We're watching as high pressure builds in, decreasing our chance of showers as well. We're in for a dry day ahead tomorrow. Cool temperatures tonight without that cloud cover. Right now, we're sitting at 49 in Charleston, 50 in Huntington, dropping down into the 30s. We'll have all the details coming up in your forecast.
Been spoiled by some warm weather lately.
That high pressure.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, this was the day for computer fans across the area to break out that mouse and play some video games. Gateway sponsored a gaming tournament today, which is being billed as the world's largest computer game tournament. The game is Microsoft's racing game, Midtown Madness 2. You can compete at any Gateway country store across the U.S. and Canada. The tournament will take place this weekend and the next. The top player at each store will receive a $50 gift certificate from softwarebuys.com. The top player overall will receive $5,000 and a new Gateway computer. So let's break out the joysticks and practice.
That looks like fun.
It does look like fun. Well, if you need health insurance for your child, stay tuned right here. We have some information on the CHIP program.
Plus, vandals attack with flames across the west side. We will take you there next. But first, once again, we want to know what you think about Don Nealon leaving WVU. Email your responses to WCHSTV.com. We will read them at the end of the newscast.
Hi, I'm Joey Holland. In September, Joe Holland Chevrolet is celebrating our 44th year of doing business right here in Kanawha Valley. And the deals will be incredible.
All this month, save $4,400. Yes, $4,400 on the 2000 model Cavalier or a 4-door Blazer. Pick out any new Chevrolet and pay only $44 down and make no payments for 44 days. The Joe Holland 44th anniversary sale is saving you thousands of dollars on all 2000 model vehicles. Hurry before they're all gone.
Joe Holland Chevrolet is your best deal.
Fox 11 Nowcast is brought to you by Joe Holland Chevrolet and Imports. For the deal you deserve.
Hope and I have dedicated our lives to serving West Virginia. We've never been attacked like we have in this campaign. I want you to hear it from me. On workers' compensation, coal pays for coal. We're not shifting the burden to taxpayers and small businesses. On children's health insurance program, we enroll more kids than anyone expected. And finally, no one cares more about seniors than we do. I hold your trust seriously, and I ask for your vote.
I believe we need to encourage personal responsibility so people are accountable for their actions. And I believe in government that is responsible to the people. There's a big difference in philosophy between my opponent and me. He trusts government, I trust you. I trust you to invest some of your own Social Security money for higher returns. I trust local people to run their own schools. I trust you with some of the budget surplus. We should help people live their lives, but not run them. I'm asking for your vote.
Welcome back. News across the region. Cops and firefighters looking for a firebug on the city's west side.
8 trash fires are set in about an hour last night. Most of the blazes were in dumpsters, but one fire spread from a pile of trash to Sandaro's electronics store. There's minimal damages, but authorities are concerned. Officers and firefighters combed through the area. They say the flames may have been a prank without intent to catch the store on fire.
Police busy in the Cross Lanes area after an accident sends 2 people to the hospital. It occurred around 5 this evening on Dock Bailey Road in Cross Lanes. 2 people were transported to the hospital. Kanawha County sheriffs are still investigating this wreck. No word on the names or the conditions of the victims. Well, the Children's Health Insurance Program is heading in a new direction.
The state Supreme Court has directed all family lawmasters to get the word out about CHIP. Lawmasters and their staffs will give parents an application and information packet when they first appear before a lawmaster or family case coordinator. The Chief Justice says CHIP packets and applications will be distributed in every case filed or pending throughout the state.
Good information. A lot of kids who are eligible aren't getting those benefits now, and this will help.
Because they don't know about it.
Now, have we practiced for the weather quiz? You know she's been hitting us with hard questions.
She's got a big smile on
she
that
does.
face, so I don't know.
This is a good weather quiz. It has to do, it's timely with what we've been dealing with lately, the wildfires that have been going on.
Okay.
So, all right, let's get ready. Let's test your knowledge here. Question for the day. What animals benefit from forest fires because they do provide life as much as they do destroy? Is it fish, birds, or worms? We'll have your answer. I'll let you guys guess your answer when we come back.
All right. Thanks, Jamie.
Okay. I can deal with that. Well, stick around. Presidential election is just days away. We're going to have a look at both candidates and what they're doing in a moment.
Once again, the big news of the day, Don Nealon leaving WVU. We want to know what you think. Email us at WCHSTV.com. We will read those responses at the end of the newscast.
The senior citizens today can't afford their medication. They come in, and I know they're skipping medication so they can pay for their food. With the rising cost of medication today, it could wipe out anybody at any time.
That's why Jim Humphreys is taking on the big drug companies, fighting for guaranteed Medicare prescription benefits that would protect seniors from runaway prices. Call Humphreys and thank him for putting our health first.
Watching people walk away without the medication takes a little bit out of me every day.
My dad was a coal miner. During one particularly long strike, my oldest brother remembers how my parents would skip dinner to make sure their kids had enough to eat. That's the type of caring, working union family in which I was raised. I'm proud of my roots. As your state senator, I was ranked second in the Senate for job creation. I understand the difficulties of working and raising a family, and I respectfully ask for your vote November 7th to continue the fight for our future.
Vic Sprouse for State Senate. He fights for working families.
We never dreamed that breast cancer would come back.
Diagnosed a second time with breast cancer, Dorothy Saunders found help at West Virginia University's Cancer Center.
My oncologist here keeps saying, Dorothy, you've beat the odds.
With funding help from Senator Robert Byrd, WVU's Cancer Center is earning national attention.
Senator Byrd realizes the importance of funding for research. If we don't have that, we're losing people's lives.
Robert Byrd for West Virginia.
Watch Friends, weeknights at 7 on Fox 11.
Al Gore's negative attacks on George Bush? Distortions. The truth? George Bush supports black lung benefits. It's actually Al Gore and Bill Clinton who repeatedly tried to cut black lung benefits for West Virginians. Now, Gore promises smaller government. But Gore is actually proposing 3 times the new spending President Clinton proposed, wiping out the entire surplus and creating a deficit again. Al Gore's big government spending threatens America's prosperity.
Welcome back. You can get just about anything you want online these days.
From rare CDs to groceries, the internet offers a wide variety of consumer options. But this availability of products may not be a good thing. As Dan Adam reports, a new wave of online pharmacies may leave some patients wanting for a human touch.
You're taking it with food.
For generations, the neighborhood pharmacist has been someone to turn to for medical advice and prescriptions. Now, there is competition. With a click of a mouse, you can order anything from cold remedies to Viagra without even talking to a pharmacist. And that poses some real concerns.
We want to encourage our folks to communicate before they medicate. Actually, you want to know what the drug is. What are some of the side effects? What do I do if I get some of those side effects? Does it mix with the rest of the drugs that we're taking?
Most of the time, you still need a prescription to buy online. But increasingly, you see something like this. For a $75 fee, an online doctor you never meet will write your prescription based on what you request.
A patient isn't getting good medical care, can't get good medical care if they're never face-to-face with a physician.
Online drugstores in most cases do offer drugs at a discounted price. For example, online, 90 Zocor tablets, $174. At a local drugstore, $210. Online, Claritin, $65. Drugstore price, $72. But 85% of all prescriptions are covered by insurance anyway. Patients who have investigated online cost savings have returned to the neighborhood pharmacist.
He knows me, and so that's the difference that I see.
Headlining our news from around the world, residents in Great Britain are dealing with floodwaters that have not been seen since nearly 400 years as rivers there continue to overflow their banks and that rain continues to fall. The water levels in Yorkshire, England were just 2 inches below flood level, and with more rain in the forecast, many residents are worried the waters could peak, flooding the entire city. The rivers are being surrounded by sandbags and firemen are pumping the water out of the river in an effort to avoid a potential disaster. It's the highest water level in York since 1625. Laura?
Invoking the memory of slain Israeli leader Yitzhak Rabin, Prime Minister Ehud Barak is calling for an end to the ongoing violence in the Middle East. It was 5 years ago today when Rabin was shot dead after attending a peace rally. Today, Barak reminds both Israelis and Palestinians what Rabin stood for, a movement towards peace and agreement between the two sides. Since September 28th, more than 170 people have died in the clashes in the Middle East. With just 2 days left in a very tight presidential race, Al Gore and George W. Bush are out in force.
Both candidates are campaigning around the country in an attempt to gain voter support. Fox's James Rosen has more.
Putting their campaigns on overdrive, both major party nominees maintain a grueling nonstop pace. Preaching to the converted at an interfaith prayer breakfast in his home state of Tennessee, Democratic nominee Al Gore told the assembled, "You know my heart," and peppered his talk with biblical references.
But you are the wind underneath my wings. I need your help to breathe life into this campaign.
Later in West Virginia, Gore reminded voters of Thursday's misstatement by his opponent, suggesting Social Security is not a federal program.
It wasn't a slip of the tongue. It was an expression of ingrained hostility to our ability as Americans to work together to better ourselves through the instruments of self-government.
And the Gore campaign also released a new TV ad seizing on the incident.
But the bigger mistake is what Bush wants to do to Social Security.
For his part, Republican nominee George W. Bush appealed for votes in Michigan and Pennsylvania, introduced by retired General Colin Powell.
The next president of the United States, Governor George W. Bush.
Bush ignored his Social Security gaffe and also this week's disclosure of his arrest for drunken driving in 1976. The closest he came to discussing that incident was a passage from his speech in Dearborn.
I think all of us ought to be held accountable for the decisions we make in life.
Later, amid chants from supporters in Pittsburgh, Bush sought to tie the vice president to his boss, the president, using his preferred nickname for him.
For a long period of time, my opponent was trying to escape the shadow of the president, but I was reading in the newspaper, the shadow is back.
The latest Fox News Opinion Dynamics poll shows Misters Gore and Bush tied at 43% each, with 3% for Green Party nominee Ralph Nader and statistically insignificant support for Reform Party nominee Pat Buchanan, whose party founder, Ross Perot, endorsed Governor Bush late this past week. In Washington, James Rosen, Fox News.
With only a few days left until the election, Green Party candidate Ralph Nader was stumping in Southern California Friday night. Nader, who averages about 4% in the national polls, has been called a spoiler in this election for taking votes away from Democratic presidential candidate Al Gore. At the rally, Nader was adamant about his candidacy and said that he would not step aside despite pleas from his allies. In attendance at the rally were former talk show host Phil Donahue and entertainers Jackson Brown and Patti Smith.
The Texas headquarters of Mothers Against Drunk Driving is flooded with phone calls asking how the organization feels about George W. Bush's arrest for drunk driving 24 years ago. MADD says it does not want to comment on the issue. In a written statement, the national president of MADD says, quote, "We hope the experience has had an impact on his life and helped him realize that the devastation can result from getting behind the wheel after drinking alcohol. We understand that people can change." MADD is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. The group's lobbying efforts have led to the passage of thousands of new laws against drunk driving. Well, Jamie is in next to tell us if our weather forecast will feel a little bit more like fall.
We have to work on that weather quiz question. Plus, and getting ready to vote. Some West Virginia kids get a jump start when casting their ballots. Details straight ahead.
Hope and I have dedicated our lives to serving West Virginia. We've never been attacked like we have in this campaign. I want you to hear it from me. On workers' compensation, coal pays for coal. We're not shifting the burden to taxpayers and small businesses. On Children's Health Insurance Program, we enroll more kids than anyone expected. And finally, no one cares more about seniors than we do. I hold your trust seriously, and I ask for your vote.
Remember when Al Gore said his mother-in-law's prescription cost more than his dog's? His own aide said the story was made up. Now Al Gore is bending the truth again. The press calls Gore's Social Security attacks nonsense. Governor Bush sets aside $2.4 trillion to strengthen Social Security and pay all benefits.
There has never been a time in this campaign when I have said something that I know to be untrue. There's never been a time when I've said something untrue.
Really?
We love to see you smile.
At McDonald's, you can celebrate a different way every single day. Because we're serving up all kinds of surprising tastes that are fast becoming crowd favorites.
Like our McRib Jr. sandwich. Right now, it's only 99 cents. Tender pork smothered in barbecue sauce topped with pickles and onions. Just 99 cents.
We love to see you smile.
Hurry in for our 99-cent McRib Jr. sandwich.
Vic Sprouse is fighting for our future. In the state Senate, Vic Sprouse helped lead the fight to provide free health care for children of low-income families. He protected our children by creating a sex offender database available to communities via the internet. He was the first freshman senator ever selected to work on the Budget Committee to develop our state budget. Vic Sprouse's efforts have resulted in millions of dollars in road, water, and sewer improvements for Kanawha County. Senator, chemical engineer, leader, fighter. Vic Sprouse for state Senate.
Fox Sunday. The best is back. The best night of television explodes in your living room. Fox season premieres Sunday with Futurama, King of the Hill, and The Simpsons starring The Who.
How you doing out there?
It's a little chilly. Wow. With Malcolm in the Middle.
You know how special you are, do you?
Plus, the search for Mulder begins on The X-Files. Fox season premieres Sunday.
Watch Sunday night at 7 on Fox 11.
You're watching the region's only 10 o'clock newscast, the Fox 11 News at 10.
Jamie joining us now with a detailed look at the forecast.
My mind is on the weather quiz, so.
Everyone here it's a hot topic around here, the weather quiz.
The weather quiz, because, you know, we don't like to be wrong on TV, you know? It's tough on us.
Well, you guys keep thinking about that. We'll get to it in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Right now, let's take a look at your temperatures around the tri-state. Not too bad. We're still seeing some cloud cover out there, so temperatures haven't dropped too much. Huntington's still at 50 degrees. 49 here in Charleston. You can see that Parkersburg is a little bit cooler, 45 degrees. They're beginning to see clear skies there. Wheeling also 47 degrees there. We did see some showers pass through earlier this morning. It was some light rainfall. Really didn't do too much in the way of saturation for the fires. And notice behind here, the showers are gone. We're seeing that clearing already moving in across this tri-state area. And the clearing's only going to continue throughout the day tomorrow. We'll probably see less in the way of cloud cover than we saw today. Across the nation, we do see those showers. These are the ones that moved through overnight last night. They are now tapering off as they head into the Gulf Coast states. We've got snowfall in the Rockies. Butte, Montana, picking up about 1 to 3 inches overnight tonight into tomorrow. So cold conditions for folks there. And Houston, Texas, still seeing some rainfall. Flash flood watches continue for folks there. They've had a lot of showers. Here we could use some showers. Haven't seen too much of the rain activity. We're dry right now. We'll stay dry overnight tonight again into tomorrow. It's kind of been the trend for the past 6 weeks or so. We've had high pressure in place, really keeping us dry, and it's not that unusual for this time of year. We'll stay dry again tomorrow. We'll see a slight chance of showers as we head into Monday and Tuesday. Here's that pocket of wet air that snuck itself in there, not really doing much. It's going to fizzle out as we head into tomorrow, and high pressure is the rule once again. We've got lots of sunshine throughout the region here, and temperatures tomorrow, they'll be a little bit cooler because we'll see some air coming in from the north. Mostly clear, cooler tonight. We'll be down into the 30s for many locations. Winds will be out of the northwest. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, so a beautiful day out there. It's one of those days that's going to feel great out in the sunshine, a little cool in the shade. Temperatures hanging out in the upper 50s. For tomorrow night, we get even colder. Temperatures dipping into the lower 30s. We'll see increase in clouds tomorrow night and a slight chance of showers then on Monday. Tuesday, that's when we have the better chance of showers, and then we dry up by Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures this week generally in the 60s, so right around normal for us for this time of year. So The weather quiz. What animals benefit from forest fires? Now, someone did point out to me, Toy, our camera person, pointed out to me that this could be a trick kind of question, so we'll debate the answer.
Okay.
Trick question.
Trick question?
I think that it would be the worms that would benefit from all of the decaying logs that would be left by the...
Here's my logic. The fish don't care. The birds lose their homes. So wouldn't
that
it
leaves
be
the worms. Process of elimination. That works.
Okay.
We agree on worms for different reasons.
Okay. Well, the answer that I have is B, and this is why. Because the birds, it's easier for them to see the prey because the treetops are gone. They don't have that brush there. That's what the book said. So this is not me talking. But the worms, I can also see the worms because after the rains come, they wash nutrients into the soils. So the worms who eat the soils are actually benefiting. So.
But the birds still don't have anywhere to live.
But they have plenty to eat.
They
get too fat to fly.
There'll be some fat birds. They'll stay warm for the winter, I guess.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you,
Another
babe.
tough one. Thanks. Well, the political season and the political machine is in overdrive right now.
It's even part of this week's Traveling West Virginia. Natalie Tennant takes us to St. Mary's High School, where the unique program has helped to boost the county's voter turnout.
Political signs and commercials are many times the only way a voter learns about a candidate.
Wrong for West Virginia.
As a lawyer, had 18 complaints filed against him.
But the slogans and signs are forgotten once you step into John Armstrong's high school classroom.
The main thing that he does is help decide what our country's going to do once he gets elected.
These teenagers discuss policy positions, candidates' character, and important issues. And it's not just for a grade.
Every opportunity we have to teach the kids about democracy and citizenship, then we try to do that. And this is a great opportunity for hands-on learning.
It's the real-life responsibility of voting. Every student in the school who wants to vote must first register, learn the county candidates, and vote on their own time.
It's not as hard as everyone thinks it is. I was downstairs running the polls, and about the hardest part is trying to explain to everyone what box you're supposed to put everything in.
Just like in the real polling places, the students had their own privacy to make their choices, and they even used the actual voting booths that will be used on Election Day.
The local candidates really like to find out the results because they feel it's a good reflection of how the older people will vote.
Many times the results are right on because the students take time to learn the candidates and the issues.
It's carried over to other classes, just not this class. People have been arguing about the candidates in all the classes I've been in.
In many cases, it carries over and becomes a lifetime habit, which is one reason Pleasants County continues to lead the state in voter turnout.
I think as a teacher, one of the greatest things is when a student comes back and says, just shakes your hand and says, thank you. You know, you did something to help my life.
And especially a big thank you from candidates on Election Day. Natalie Tennant, Traveling West Virginia in St. Mary's.
Well, the students had their vote last Tuesday. They elected George Bush for president and Cecil Underwood for governor. Well, are you having a computer meltdown?
And can't find anyone to fix it? Coming up, we'll give you some hints on making sure your computer guy makes the right moves.
It's truck season at your local Ford store.
It's truck season. You need to be in a Ford. Ford trucks are the toughest trucks built.
And with truck season comes great deals on all of your favorite Ford trucks. Right now, get an F-150 for only $260 a month. That's $260 a month for the best-selling truck in the world.
I'd rather buy a Ford than have another truck given to me. I get what I pay for.
The best trucks are built Ford tough.
Visit your local Ford store today. Fox 11 Weather is brought to you by Best Quality Ford Dealers.
When Governor Bush said during the debate that he brought people together to pass the Patient's Bill of Rights, he knew in his heart that that was absolutely false. Nurses worked long and hard to pass this legislation and hold the HMOs accountable for denying medical care to people. He fought it every step of the way. His constituency was the insurance industry. That's why he vetoed it.
Fairness, integrity, commitment. 3 good reasons to keep Tracy Carper as Kanawha County Magistrate. During Tracy Carper's 7 years in the Kanawha County Prosecutor's Office, she was trial assistant, paralegal, victim and witness advocate, and worked extensively in the Juvenile Division. Experience that is serving her well as magistrate. And Tracy Carper wants to continue serving us well. Fairness, integrity, commitment. Keep Tracy Carper as Kanawha County Magistrate.
Fox 11 Consumer Report is brought to you by One Valley Bank, solutions you can trust.
Welcome back.
If you've had trouble getting your personal computer ready and repaired properly, you're not alone, folks.
That's right, and I've been there, done that.
We all have.
I know. I think we have. The Better Business Bureau reports that more and more people are complaining over shoddy PC repair work. In tonight's Money Report, Greg Carson shows us how to get yours fixed right the first time.
Eric Piersdorf is a grad student who's recently learned some tough lessons about customer service and getting a computer repaired. Piersdorf took his PC into CompUSA last December while it was still on warranty. He was having trouble starting it up.
I called a number of times to see the status of my computer. I rarely heard anything back from them. They hadn't ordered the part for the first month, and the second month they ordered the part but never received it.
After 2.5 months and a letter to the Better Business Bureau, CompUSA finally gave Piersdorf a new computer. The company said there were unfortunate delays in servicing his machine and went on to say it would strive for excellent customer satisfaction in the future. PC World recently did an undercover investigation of PC repair, and you can find the results of that online. It tested 18 stores in 6 states, including stores from 3 national chains.
Less than half of the stores that we went to got our problems right.
A little bit of prevention can go a long way, and computer repairs can be costly, so consider buying yourself a 3-year warranty when you get your machine, and be sure to routinely back up your data on a disk like this in case your computer crashes. If you're looking for a place to repair your PC, shop around as you would for a good mechanic. Check with your Better Business Bureau and with a number of repair shops.
Get pricing information from them, get warranty information from them. Get an idea of how long they might take to, repair your PC.
If your computer is more than 3 years old and if the repair costs more than $300, PC World says consider buying a new machine. I'm Greg Carson.
If you'd like to see the results from that PC World magazine investigation we just mentioned in our story, log on to our sister station's website at WCHSTV.com, then click the Quicken.com icon. Well, do you look for the offbeat when you travel?
I look for beaches and golf. But if that's not for you, then how about a museum that specializes in things that don't really work? In tonight's Travel Report, Vicki Liviakis takes us to Minneapolis and a strange place called the Museum of Questionable Medical Devices.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen.
No, this isn't late-night TV. This is a museum of, well, quackpots. You name it, the Museum of Questionable Medical Devices in Minneapolis has it. So-called miracle cures for everything from baldness to impotence, breast enlargers to fanny reducers.
I'm sure this is really attractive.
Over 250 gadgets and gizmos compiled by self-described skeptic and dead ringer for WC Fields, Bob McCoy.
Are you feeling younger, my dear?
Flip a switch and this contraption, the McGregor Rejuvenator, is supposed to make you younger. This box, the Orgone Energy Accumulator, claimed to cure cancer and increase your sex drive. Then there's the Kellogg's, as in Kellogg's Cornflake, vibratory chair.
So, what was that supposed to do? Supposed to make you regular.
That was weird. You're so stupid.
Stupid? Wait, there's more.
This is the most common quack device that was made.
The Violet Ray Generator purported to make your hair grow. So did this Crosley hair cap. And this, the Phrenology machine, measured your personality defects, certainly ahead of its time.
Some of them are quite dangerous. 1 or 2 of them has killed many people.
Well, not this one, right? Most devices have been banned, like the Abunda. You just hook it up to your sink and presto.
It prevents breast cancer, enhances the breast size, makes breasts more supple, and you can pre-rinse your dishes.
A visit to this quackery museum is a reminder of the old saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Reporting from Minneapolis, I'm Vicki Liviakis.
Okay, well, the admission to the museum is free and it's located in downtown Minneapolis. It is open every day but Monday.
What a great deal. That's free? Oh, that's free.
It doesn't work.
Oh, well, that's why it's free.
Well, folks, we still want to know what you think about Don Nehlen's resignation.
That's right. Those emails are still coming in, and we want yours. Send those emails to news@WCHSTV.com. Don't hold back. We want to hear all about it.
You can join Fox 11 on the web at WVAH.com. Internet service provided by Planet Earth Internet Services.
Open your eyes, Putnam County. Frank Gritt's legal opinion recently cost taxpayers over $300,000. This means no new ambulance for Buffalo, no new deputies, no additional funds for seniors. Don't forget the court struck down his nepotism policy. Don't forget the money being spent to challenge the hurricane annexation. Don't forget the other deputy sheriff lawsuits. Can Putnam County afford Frank Gritt to be their judge? On November 7th, tell Mr. Gritt no. Vote Eagleowski for Putnam County Circuit Judge. Justice, not politics.
Mark Hunt's West Virginia story began on the west side of Charleston when times were tough and families didn't have much. Mark Hunt worked hard, earned a law degree, and became a legislator. Mark and his wife Tracy believe that being a West Virginian means we share the same values, like commitment to making the future the best for our children and helping our senior citizens afford prescription drugs. Independence, respect, and hard work. West Virginia values we need in the state Senate.
Individually, they are standouts in their respect.
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately for 5 full years. Get 0 APR on 2000 Dodge Stratus and Intrepid, 0.9 APR on 2000 Dodge Dakota and Durango, and 4.9 APR on the all-new 2001 Dodge Caravan. See your Dodge dealer immediately, as these 60-month finance offers can save you over $5,000.
See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Now, why in the world would the coal industry come up with $500,000 for Cecil Underwood to help him get elected and then to help him throw an inaugural party?
The press finds $200 million in workers' comp giveaways for Big Coal, including $40 million for his old company. He even put coal bosses in charge of protecting our environment. Cecil Underwood's not working for us, and it's time for a change.
There's one question on everyone's mind.
What does Heidi Klum's butt taste like?
On the next Spin City.
Tastes like chicken.
Watch Monday night beginning at 6:30 on Fox 11.
Welcome back, everyone. Now that Halloween's over, you may be wondering what to do with that leftover jack-o'-lantern. I pitched mine in the garbage.
I did the same thing, but some folks in Alaska have a great idea for all those pumpkins. Zookeepers at the Alaska Zoo say one of their elephants enjoys them for dinner. So they're encouraging Anchorage residents to come down with their leftover Halloween pumpkins. Zoo officials say Maggie likes uncarved pumpkins, but she'll eat the carved ones too. Well, folks, staying with the food theory, I guess, yesterday was National Sandwich Day.
Really? I missed it. And while it may not be a national holiday, folks in downtown Chicago line up for the Potbelly's Sandwich Eating Contest. A local sub shop in downtown Chicago called Potbelly's held the belly-busting sandwich eating contest. The object to see who could eat the most sub sandwiches and drink the most milkshakes in 5 minutes. It ain't pretty, but they're having a good time. And the winner managed to down 1 shake and 2 whole subs. Now, for his gut-wrenching effort, he wins a trip for 2 to Washington, D.C.
Notice his girlfriend didn't get too close.
No, like I said, it wasn't pretty. Well, you know, it was a full day today for football fans with high school playoffs and Mountaineers game.
It's a busy one, and that only means that Mark Martin is in next with sports.
Also coming up, more on the big announcement made today in Morgantown by Mountaineer head coach Don Nealon.
Stay up and get your last laughs.
Weeknights, watch Fox 11 late nights and get your last laughs.
So, both of you guys are in a rowboat.
Before you check in for bed, check out Spin City at 11.
I don't suppose you have change for $1?
Followed at 11:30 by Suddenly Susan.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Get your last laughs and go to bed smiling.
Well, there you go.
Late nights, watch Spin City at 11 and Suddenly Susan at 11:30. Weeknights only on Fox 11.
Governor Cecil Underwood has a plan that builds on the successes of his first 4 years. His plan calls for eliminating state income taxes for families that earn less than $17,000 a year. Underwood will give discounts to seniors to help with the cost of prescription drugs. And his commitment to our kids continues with a plan to provide free computers and internet access to families who earn less than $34,000 a year and tax credits to make daycare more affordable. Governor Cecil Underwood, leadership you can trust.
I believe we need to encourage personal responsibility so people are accountable for their actions.
And I believe in government that is responsible to the people. There's a big difference in philosophy between my opponent and me. He trusts government, I trust you. I trust you to invest some of your own Social Security money for higher returns. I trust local people to run their own schools. I trust you with some of the budget surplus. We should help people live their lives, but not run them. I'm asking for your vote.
Cellular communication for the Fox 11 News at 10 is provided by Altel.
Hello, I'm Butch Nesbitt of the Thornhill GM Superstore. $1 over invoice on this 2001 Chevrolet Tahoe with MSRP of $36,107 sells for only $31,922. Save over $5,000 on this 2001 Chevrolet Suburban with factory MSRP of $43,417, now only $38,331. Even work trucks like this 3500 HD are only $1 over invoice. You'll never pay more than $1 over at the Thornhill GM Superstore.
Fox 11 Sports is brought to you by the Thornhill Automotive Superstore in Chapmanville. Fox 11 Sports.
Mark Martin joins us now with sports, and it's all we've been talking about all evening. When I went out earlier today, I mean, it's on everybody's lips. Don Nehlen stepping down. It's a big change.
Oh, it's going to be a big change, and it's only been a few hours since Don Nehlen's announcement that his coaching days at West Virginia are weeks, possibly a couple of months, from coming to an end, provided the Mountaineers can get into a bowl. After today's loss with Syracuse, Nehlen said his 21st season in Morgantown would be his last. On the field, his team was hoping to get him a career win number 200, but it didn't work out. Pick it up in the third quarter. Big Wes Hours lumbering into the end zone for the Mountaineers. 20-17 at that point, West Virginia in the lead. But the Orange retake the advantage early in the final period. D. Brown breaking tackles, and number 6 scores 6. Syracuse up 24-20. Just over 8 minutes left in the game. Then Avon Coburn gave the Mountaineer fans hopes of a homecoming win with this 20-yard scoring run. It's 27-24. West Virginia. Coburn rushing for 166 yards on the day, but with 10 seconds left on 3rd and 13. Syracuse freshman R.J. Anderson throws a perfect strike to Malik Campbell, and that was that. Syracuse earns a hard-fought 31-27 win over the Mountaineers. And again, Don Nehlen announcing his retirement after the game.
You know, I've had a great run here, a lot of fun, and but it's time for somebody else. This job's about 80 to 85 hours a week, 7 days a week, about 10 and a half months out of the year. So we'll let some younger guy do it.
All right, Don Nehlen calling it quits. We'll have much more throughout the week. Ironically, Marshall was playing today at Don Nehlen's alma mater, Bowling Green, where a team from Huntington hadn't enjoyed a victory since 1956. Let's check out one of the top plays of the day. Marco, oh, he's upended by the Falcon. The battle of the mascots. And boy, I tell you, that's about how it was for Marshall early in this game. They were down 13-0, but they make a great comeback. Franklin Wallace right here, 23-yard touchdown run. Then Mo Hines had a big punt return for a touchdown. Marshall wins it by a final of 20-13. Setting up a big showdown next weekend with Miami. Today, Jim Grove's team in Oxford taking on the Red Hawks, and Miami would down Ohio. Great football game. Final 27-24. Let's check out some other college football numbers for you now. The University of Kentucky lost today. Ohio State is a winner from the West Virginia Conference. Both State and Tech get victories today. Also, it was Fairmont over Concord, and West Liberty downs Shepherd by a final of 31-28. More high school football opening round playoff action was staged today, and let's get right to it in Mingo County tonight. Mate 1 taking on the Birch Bulldogs at Tiger Stadium, and we'll check out the action. Blaine Pruitt, the coach for the Tigers, who died earlier this season, being honored before the contest tonight. Birch running back Todd Jenkins, refusing to go down. The senior with a gutty performance on a bad ankle. He's inside the Mate 1 30-yard line. Backyard brawl between these two tonight. Then Dustin Maynard rolling out, going to hit Rocky Hatfield, and the Bulldogs had the first lead of this game tonight. Mate 1 would score to take the lead, but Birch answers. Dustin Maynard going to a wide open Gabriel Branham, a 39-yard touchdown, and it's 14-8 in favor of Birch. But then the Tigers roar to life. Raymond Joplin scores, and it's tied at 14. Joplin with 3 first-half touchdowns. Matewan cheerleaders won the regional today. They're headed to the state championships next month. Matewan was up big in this game, and they won it 40-22, earning a trip to Fayetteville next weekend. Let's stay in Mingo County. Williamson taking on Parkersburg Catholic today. Tony Kluski and his Wolfpack first quarter no score. Crusaders quarterback Zach Tennant picked off by Garrett Gregory. He returns it to the 5, and the Pack, they would go up 6-0 in this game. Second half now, Williamson's Shane Wilkerson gets the call. It's a touchdown. 12-0 Wolfpack. Great run by Wilkerson, and Williamson topping Parkersburg Catholic today 20-0. They earn a trip up to Moundsville to play Cameron next weekend. All right, let's keep the highlights rolling. Single A action tonight at Laley Field. Buffalo going up against Madonna, and the Bisons in a material world tonight indeed. Punt return here by Justin Withrow. Great return. Buffalo all over Madonna at Laley by a final of 47-7. Tonight in Summersville, Winfield's cheerleaders were fired up for their Class AA playoff game against Clay County. Scoreless in the opening quarter. Clay quarterback Jason Tucker delivers a flip at the goal to a wide-open Jared Fitzwater for the touchdown. 7-0 Panthers. Then the Generals going to get even on the first play of the second quarter. Robbie Lank banging into the end zone. This one tied at 14. Winfield goes on to win it in overtime, 17-14. And today at Pioneer Stadium in Wayne, the number 2 Pioneers of Class AA meeting up with Frankfort. Nice run here by Joseph Maynard for Wayne. And then Kyle Wellman, fine quarterback for Wayne, picking up the yardage. And then Chris Coleman going to get the call. Wayne wins it over Frankfort by a final of 21-11. Elsewhere in high school football today, it was Yeager over Greenbrier West. Shady defeats Magnolia. Wyoming East has down Ritchie, and the Valley Greyhounds fall to Pendleton County 28-20. The West Virginia High School Soccer Championships took place today on the West Virginia border in Bluefield. Sissonville High School tried to finish off its incredible Cinderella run, taking on defending champion Wheeling Park, but Park wins it 2-0. But what a season for the Indians.
Season. They did a fantastic job. They came here. They proved that they could play with the best teams in the state.
All right, and indeed they were one of the best teams in the state. Also, the University of Charleston, Martin, losing to Wesleyan today 4-2. So Wesleyan moves on to the regionals in men's soccer.
All right, thanks a lot, Mark.
All right, folks, now for those emails that we told you about Don Nealon's resignation from WVU. First one, time for him to go.
The other one, this one comes in from Jim Hamilton of Cottageville. It says, Don, what are you doing? If you were on the ballot this coming Tuesday, you'd be with us 4 more years. Thank you for what you gave us. It's made us.
Kevin Hill says he has done West Virginia and the WVU football program a great service, but it's time for him to move on.
And then here's another one, not so kind. It says, glad to see him go. We need some new blood in Morgantown, someone with a good recruiting abilities and someone who is younger. He's been a good coach, but it's time for him to move on. That's from Barbara.
And Robert Halstead said he's leaving in a word, cool. It's about time. I'm sorry. I know that he's done some great things for the WVU football in the past, but I feel that the game has passed him by, and it's time to turn the program over to some new blood. Terry Bowden, anyone?
And they mentioned Terry Bowden in this one. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
All right. Thank you all. We are going to do a last quick weather.
All right. Looks like we're seeing some clouds tonight, but tomorrow morning we will be waking up with partly cloudy skies, just a little bit cooler out there, and eventually sunny skies throughout the day.
Okay, and that's going to do it for this edition of Fox 11 News at 10. Have a great Sunday.
Right now, we're going to leave you with a look at the West Virginia Symphony in concert tonight here in Charleston. Good night, everyone.
High school reunion.
Lewis finally did it. He built the Bobot.
Next, Drew.
Watch Drew Carey Monday night at 7:30 on Fox 11.
I helped write the Children's Health Program, and today 11,000 West Virginia children have health care who didn't before. That's a commitment to helping people I'll take to Congress. We'll make education a priority so every child can learn in a good, safe school. Create jobs to keep our communities strong. take care of seniors with the very best prescription drug plan, and safeguard Social Security and Medicare. Those are my priorities. Together, we can make West Virginia even better.
The senior citizens today can't afford their medication. They come in, and I know they're skipping medication so they can pay for their food. With the rising cost of medication today, it could wipe out anybody at any time.
That's why Jim Humphreys is taking on the big drug companies, fighting for guaranteed Medicare prescription benefits that would protect seniors from runaway prices. Call Humphreys and thank him for putting our health first.
Watching people walk away without the medication takes a little bit out of me every day.
My dad was a coal miner. During one particularly long strike, my oldest brother remembers how my parents would skip dinner to make sure their kids had enough to eat. That's the type of caring, working union family in which I was raised. I'm proud of my roots. As your state senator, I was ranked second in the Senate for job creation. I understand the difficulties of working and raising a family, and I respectfully ask for your vote November 7th to continue the fight for our future.
Vic Sprouse for State Senate. He fights for working families.
I know what I saw.
We will find him.
The search begins. The X-Files. Watch Sunday night at 9 on Fox 11.
You're watching Fox 11 WVAH TV.
Now, you're going down, lady. You're going down. Guest star China kicks butt in an all-new Mad TV.
Election. You're going down, down, baby. Keep the chair warm for your buzz, baby. Big G gonna let you fry. Shimmy, shimmy, move your butt. Sit down on it, yeah. Light you up and toast your buns. Listen to me now. You will find me in Texas rolling G the dubs. Having them thugs like buff, like crackle, pop like Cocoa Puffs. I'm sipping suds. They're getting burned and getting dubbed. Go to chugs. Guilty or not, they get the spark plug. Say it loud. What? I'm silver spoon and proud, smoke and smile. For applause, I'm George Gub and I'm the law. Down in Texas, y'all. I'm born to run just like my paw. Feel my flame, don't stay